Did you always want to be an actor growing up?
Did I always want to be? No. I always tell people, because it's always on my mind, that I either wanted to be a detective.
I could see that. No wonder you always like the Sherlock Holmes and like buddy cop. We talk about that.
Yeah. A detective, chef. Although I think at the time I was like a cook, right? Like, and an actor. So
the actor was like third.
Yeah, I didn't understand it. I think I didn't understand like how. Well, literally, I'm almost about the same age as Elijah Wood. So as I was growing up, I was watching him, and I'm like, that's someone my age, right? And I think it was like watching Huckleberry Finn one year, and then some other year, The Good Son. It's a movie he did with Macaulay Culkin, and it's dark. This mother basically had to like choose between her actual son or her
adopted son.
Yeah, which is Elijah Wood. And I just remember thinking like at that end of that scene, and I was young. I was his age watching this, right? I don't know why my parents let me, but I just remember thinking like, is this real? And then I was like, it can't be real. And then thinking, wait, how did he go from that thing and then this? I was moved, bro. I was like literally moved.
Yeah.
To the point of like, I'm more than curious now. Like I gotta understand what that is, right?
Right.
So being an actor, and that's like, I think the first seed, but it really wasn't until much later after I dropped out of college that I was like, you know what is this acting thing? And like, why am I drawn to performing? And, you know, we can go all psychological with that. You know, I was the third child. Maybe I wanted attention, you know, whatever. Yeah. But ultimately, I think it was just, I love the idea of telling stories. And I found that super important. And so I was like, oh, okay, to tell a story, maybe I got to, the way I feel most comfortable telling a story is through acting. As opposed to like sketching or drawing, which I was already doing, right? I was doing comic books, but it didn't feel, I felt like, oh, I could draw them, but I don't have a story. And then later I realized like, oh, sometimes the comic books, they have writers, and then they have the comic book artist, and then they have the inker, and you know, it's just a whole thing. So yeah. What about you? I'm Have you always, I kind of know the answer to this, but
what's the answer? Be me.
Nickelodeon.
What about Nickelodeon?
You saw it and you're like, I could do that. And then you're like, Peter Rabbit.
Oh, you heard that story. I didn't want to be in that play. Everyone had to be in a play in elementary school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I just got thrown in to be a carrot. It's not like I chose like, oh yeah, I want to be in the play. It was like,
what? So who chose you to be the carrot?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. That part's blank.
It was just like you're singing in the chorus. You're like Mother Rabbit, whatever rabbit, or you're like a farmer, or like
you were
vegetable. I was a vegetable.
Your teacher precast you early. Yeah. She's like,
this guy's gonna work at Whole Foods one day. Let's make sure he understands what it's like to be the carrot.
Yeah. Well, the carrot played by
Davied Morales, or also Active Poet. That's where you can find me everywhere.
And I'm Tasi Alabastro at Tasi Alabastro on socials, and this is
Art Time Job,
a support podcast for aspiring and working artists and future carrots,
and chefs or detectives.
That's right, you know? By us.
Yes.
For you.
Yeah.
So if you're tuning in, likely you have an idea of what our podcast is about, but we want to support your journey.
Yeah.
And, you know, at the same time, I think selfishly, we also want to spend time with each other because we are on our own journeys. I know I creep on Dav's socials. I don't even know if creep. I think the algorithm's like, you want to see this, right? I'm like, yeah, I do.
Creeper.
Yeah. I always look at your post. I'm going to tell you, I always look at your post and celebrate your victory.
Oh, I appreciate you.
And the fact that you were making stuff,
Thanks.
right? That's like the first layer. Second layer is like, is there anything here that I can share through my network? Even though you and I share very similar people, but they may not always see your stuff.
Yeah, 78%.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, let me take care of the other 23, whatever. So I'm like, is there something I can share? And then the third layer, which is kind of new, is like, is there something I can bring up on the podcast?
Oh yeah, that we can talk about.
Yeah, because sometimes, you know, like there are topics you and I talk about when we're not like recording, where it just makes sense. Like, hey, doing this and I'm learning this stuff. Like, cool. Then now there's this muscle I got to work out where it's like, oh, is this something that myself as a younger person or younger artist in a different part of my career might find valuable?
Oh, yeah.
Right. So that's that third layer of like trying to decipher. So yeah, needless to say, I'm on your socials all day.
Good. I try to post all day. So
okay, you got my back.
Yeah, I got you. I was like, you know what? If I post today, I bet you Tasi will see this. Yeah, and that's all that matters to me. As long as Tasi sees this, and if he doesn't see it, I just text him everything I post. Hey, I just made him a post.
Yeah, and usually I
don't do that.
I just yes. I've since silenced texts from Dav.
For those tuning in, you guys won't be able to know because we release very consistently, but we haven't seen each other in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's been busy. Tasi was sick. He's better now.
Thank you. Yeah.
I just was in LA. I shot a commercial that's probably out now. It was a Walmart commercial.
He's all better now too.
I'm better now. I'm back in the Bay.
Wait, you announced it? You can't, I guess, at this point.
By the time this is out.
Oh, sure. All right. So talk to. Well, I'm gonna pivot. What is okay? Talk to me about that experience. Yeah,
it was super fun. I mean, it was for Black Friday, Cyber Monday.
Okay.
It was for Walmart.
Cool.
And honestly, through the audition process, this is not what this episode is about. We're gonna talk about our future goals and manifestation, but we're just gonna talk about this first.
Yeah. Story time.
Story time. For the audition process, I didn't think I was gonna get it because the first day I did that. It was like an improv skit where you had to be two teenagers in a principal's office pretending to be like, you're stupid. No, you're an idiot. Sure. Like stuff like that. And then when the teacher's like, none of you guys are stupid, like, no, I actually am. I'm actually failing. Be like, there's got to be something you're good at. I'd be like, well, I just got.
Are you doing both the roles right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I was like, they cast you to play two different characters. That's awesome. Against yourself.
Well, it was just me and this other guy. You know, they randomly pair you people. Yeah. And then it was like, no, I got to deal through Black Friday and get an Xbox, and like, oh cool, and then they're friends at the very end. It ends like on a lighthearted beat. Be like, oh, after this you want to go play?
Lighthearted.
Yeah.
He's got that light.
So but me and the guy we're having a good time interacting, but I don't think it was like good chemistry because the guy kept on giving us notes, be like, you guys tone it down.
Really?
And I was like, dang, this is either making me look really good because he's giving him a lot of notes, or it's making both of us look bad.
Interesting.
So I just let go of it, you know.
Sure.
Whatever, drove to LA just for the day and then just drove back for that 5 minutes.
Oh, right. This is the audition.
This is the audition. And then Sunday night, my agent messaged me and they're like, hey, you got a call back. And I was like, really? For that? And I was like, all right.
It's always the one you don't think.
It's always.
You hope for the best.
Because when it says national, those are like the big paycheck ones.
Yeah.
And then
And the ones that sometimes get renewed.
Right? I would hope. I've never been in that position yet, but yeah, I'm gonna knock on Tasi's.
I have a friend that does a Midas or like some tire thing, and literally every 3 years he'll like post like it got renewed, and like they recut the.
That's so great.
I was like, whoa.
I feel like most of those companies, like the pharmaceuticals and like tire companies, they don't have to like keep up with trends. They're like, this is our brand.
Not trends, treads.
Oh,
this guy. They just got to keep up with the trends.
Yeah, trends. And I guess for medical, it'd be prescriptions. So the second audition, I go in, and this is like something people of color, if you're a person of color, you'll understand this. I was in the room, and there was no other person who looked like me. And I was like, It's like, if they're playing up that diversity, your boy's in this thing, you know? I was like,
that's hilarious.
There's two Filipino guys, two white dudes who were gingers, and then there's me. And I was like, hey, bro, I'm feeling good about this right here.
They're like, they either want to see you with a Filipino person or a white person.
Yeah, I was like, it's either.
Is it the white person?
It's either the Filipino's going to get it or I'm going to get it. I was like, hey, I'll take it. Either way. Yeah. So I was feeling good about that and did my audition. My phone died as soon as I left. And then I met up with Steven and Roman. Roman actually came down and drove with me. Yeah, he drove
again, I was spying on your. I didn't say anything because I was just like, all right, cool. Good job, Roman.
I would have invited you, but I didn't think you would want to drive with me.
Well, no, I was sick too.
Oh, you were sick. Yeah. That's why I didn't invite him.
So here's the thing I will share with you. Sometimes there's that weird part of me that if I plan too far ahead, it gives me too much space to overthink. I'm not an overthinker generally. But occasionally, if it's having to leave the house, I have to be somewhat spontaneous.
Oh,
sometimes if there's like I have checklists.
But you're also hella busy all the time.
Well, yeah, but literally the other day, Sam, my partner, came home, and I think I just said like, "Hey, let's leave the house." Like, it was just this impulse to leave the house. I think that's it. I think it's not. Sorry to derail your thing, but it just reminded me like, yeah, Max was like, last year, he's like, we should go down to LA and do the go-karts, the supermarket. And I was actually down.
Did you do it?
No, because the timing didn't quite work out.
Of course.
But literally, I think if he had that day said like, hey, are you down to go to LA right now and come back like tomorrow morning or something, I probably would have said yes.
All right, good to know, because I would definitely,
because it's so spontaneous.
I'll do that spontaneously.
Yeah. And
stop at Whole Foods, we'll get snacks and we'll just go.
I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, because sometimes like I do have pockets of free time, or if I'm on a deadline, then I work backwards and I'm like, okay, I can do this. Okay, I have this amount of time, grace period.
We could do like an episode on the road if we ever did that.
Oh my God, yeah.
That'd be fun. I mean, we have
stopping at your favorite stops.
I don't have favorite stops.
Okay, good. Yeah,
gas. I need gas. That's my favorite stop. Oh, you have gas. I need it.
Nice, nice.
Okay, hopping back. Lastly, I was getting dinner with Roman and my friend Steven out there, and our friend Steven. And I was like, my phone's dead. He was like, you ever heard anything? I was like, I don't know. And I got in the car and then, started getting on the 5. Yeah, I need one of those. The 5 going north, and then I got to check availability as soon as
And for those of you who have not heard our other episode regarding the terminology, which maybe we'll do an episode with just terminology stuff.
Yeah, I like that.
What is check availability for those of you?
First step is getting the audition.
Okay.
You guys know general audition. They're just weaving out who they want. After that, you get the callback, meaning they want to see you again or they want to see something more, pair you with some person after that. After that, you might get a couple callbacks. That's possible.
Depends on the project.
Yeah. And lastly, you'll get a check availability, or you'll get just booked. So
do your spider senses tingle when that happens?
The check availability?
Yeah.
Yes, because that means you've done everything you can and the casting likes you. From there, it's like you and maybe, I could be wrong, maybe somebody else or like 3 other people. And it's just them and the client have to be like, this person's the right fit. So casting has done all they can. Now they have to pitch it to like McDonald's, Nike, whoever. And Nike will then be like, we like this person. You think they're good? We like that person,
Mm-hmm.
So everything's got to line up from there. But you've done everything you can do. Everything you can do for casting if you get a check availability. So that's the most important thing.
I like that.
So I got the check availability and then I booked it. And luckily for me, my friend James was also driving down to LA. So me and him drove there and drove back. It was Tuesday to Sunday. And yeah, it was a fun gig. The first day I drove down, I did a fitting, met some cool people. I always get their social medias because we got a network, actors. Yeah, it was Mean Girls themed. So it was cool because I've seen that movie. I love that movie. I remember when 7th grade, when I went to go see that movie, me and my boy Alex, we went and we were like, yo, we're going to get so many girls out. There's going to be so many girls there. And we just end up loving the movie and like not even care about talking to girls there. But yeah, Lindsay Lohan was on set, and Daniel, who played her gay best friend, was also on set in my spot. I didn't get to really talk to them because they were trying to get out so quick, but it was really fun. I had a really good time.
And as I shared with Dav before we started recording, I've never seen Mean Girls. Not in its entirety. I think the only scene I've ever seen was the one where one of the characters backs up and she gets hit by a car, I think.
Oh, that does happen. There's a lot of things that happen in that movie.
Okay, yeah.
And I believe Tina Fey wrote that whole movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Because they're both, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler are both in that movie, and they're great.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
It's great. It's a great movie.
That's an amazing journey.
Yeah, it was. It was good, and I saw so many people out there. I really think it's important when you're going in places that you plan to work to reach out to your network every single time you're out there.
Ooh, good tip.
Yeah, always. It's good to check in with people. And I found out my friend from college, him and his girlfriend have been like making skits through like the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
And just this last year, it's been popping off for them.
Oh, wow.
So what they do is they, off the shows that they watch. They do kind of like parodies, like they make fun of them. Like
okay.
Succession.
So it's still relevant.
Yeah, Succession and like Yellowstone and like stuff like that. And HBO has been like reposting them. And,
Whoa.
And so the actors. And my friend just got signed to my management. Like it was like small world, and I was like, dude,
this is that thing of you make it without that gatekeeping.
Exactly.
Right? You just make it and it's out there and
so they're really good at social media. His following past mine now, and I'm like, good stuff, bro. I love seeing that.
All right, we got to get on that skits,
bro.
What are you watching these days?
What am I watching these days? I just started the next season of Demon Slayer. I don't know.
Season 2?
Season 4 on Netflix right now.
Oh, I'm so behind.
It's okay.
The last thing I saw was a train episode.
Yeah.
So I got to get back on that.
I just started Loki as well, and then Sex Education the last season.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay.
Dude.
What?
In Loki, bro, Rafael Casal, Davied Diggs' best friend, is in that show now.
Blind Spotting?
Yeah.
As well. Surprise, like
he's like a TVA guard guy. And
no
I was like,
kidding.
I was watching. I was like, bro. I even DM'd him yesterday, and he was like, right on, Playboy. I was like, yo, bro, I got juiced, and he was like low key about it. But hey, he responded, and like I just wanted to give him his props because like seeing people from the Bay, in like the Marvel Disney area, I was like, bro,
it's astounding to me, y'all, how like overwhelming if your goal is to break into, let's say, Hollywood.
Yeah.
That goal is incredibly overwhelming because you're standing at the bottom of a mountain looking up.
Yeah.
You need to step back and see like, and have this kind of like, not observant skill, but know that you may meet someone who in 10 years is doing something that you are adjacent to.
Yes.
You might even be that person, right? You keep on the course. It's, I mean, the fact that, you walk through the door today, I'm like, I'm going to see you on TV, bash.
Yeah, you
like, that doesn't trip me out because I'm like cheering you on this whole time, right?
Thank you.
But you see other people who are, TV and movies are just crazy that way, I guess.
Dude, it's magic.
Because you're like, I've seen these people, or like, I know this person, and like, they're doing their thing, and like, I've seen them in their PJs, or, whatever it is. And you realize that like, it's not hard to do it. I don't know. This is really, it's very paradoxical.
Get it, bro.
Because it's like, it seems impossible to break into a Hollywood movie. Like from where I'm sitting right now in this chair, I'm like, what are the odds of me being on set? And then I really, really, really think about it. If I really backtrack and think about like how I can make that happen by just the little things every day, it almost feels like next year I could be on the set.
I think you could by the end of this year.
If I really focused, I think that's the thing. It requires a tremendous amount of focus and knowing your relationship so well with the other people. Not to say you use them.
No.
But it's
provide value. Like
value.
If they need something, you're there,
Yeah. And that makes you kind of relevant in this sphere, right? Like
sidebar that you just made me think of.
Yeah.
So we both have a friend, Steven, who's like made it, he's completely content creation, millions of followers, subscribers.
Yeah.
And there was part of me when he was like blowing up that I was scared to ask him to like be in his skits. Because I was like, oh, I don't want to make him think that I'm clout chasing. But at the same time, when I was just here this last weekend, we were BSing skits. Like we had this idea of like what people do when they have fires in their house.
Yeah.
And like we came up with this one where like the guy who's sleeping, he's like, and make me whatever you're making. Like joking around. And it made me it grounded me to be like, oh, this was our friendship before this.
Yes.
And I just was like,
there's a comfortability.
I was like, if you ever need anything, I'm here for you. Like, I love doing that. And I'm not doing it for clout. I'm just doing it for like, I love creating with you. So I think there's that element of like, you build that foundation of like being a creative partner with people. And then that never goes away.
Yeah. And you I think you come to trust like that you can be vulnerable around that person.
Yeah.
And by vulnerable meaning like share ideas and not get shot down.
Of course.
Which, goes back to kind of one of the tenets of our other job, right? No disrespect, right? And that's hard to learn, especially if like when as artists you're one, sensitive, and two, everyone's egos are in different places at any given moment. So how do you set that aside and just be like, that's a great idea, it's better than mine, like, man, let's move forward with that, man, and just, you know, I guess execute on those ideas.
Yeah, it's hard.
It is hard.
But speaking about hard things and the impossible, let's talk about what we want to do in the future.
Oh, I mean, man.
They know we're multi-hyphenate artists.
Yeah.
What else? What other spider branches do you want to?
I want to be able to spend most of my day sleeping.
That's great. You want to be a koala?
I do.
That's what's up.
Cute.
I could see you being a koala in a Pixar movie.
Yeah, cute, cuddly.
Eyes squinted.
Eyes squinting. Not good. Just pooping on stuff. You know, things that you don't normally. I want equal koala representation.
I feel it.
I said not all koalas are cute. Some of them are poisonous. No, but
you know why koalas aren't considered bears?
Why?
Because they're not koalified.
How do I turn this podcast off? How do I unplug? I love it.
Y'all can use that.
How many of you out there listening, watching, or not watching, whatever, tuning in, answer that before Dav did?
So many.
Yeah.
So many.
I'll be like, yeah, nailed it.
What do you want to be, Tasi?
Man.
What else do you want to like?
This is not even in terms of like what is defining success, right? No. It's not even that. It's just like, what do you want to do?
Yeah. What's your character arc? Where does Tasi go?
Man, I think, you know what? I'm going to be completely vulnerable here.
Please.
Always, I try. I actually, you know that term, fake it till you make it, / imposter syndrome?
Yep.
I would like to, at some point, feel like I've made it without faking it. That sounds really strange, but like, and you know, hopefully it doesn't undermine the value of our podcast in any way, but I think it's that like, there are elements of what you do. And I think age has given me this kind of like perch to be able to observe certain things. And one of them is how I am now older than most of the professors I had when I was in college.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so that perspective alone makes me go, oh, we're all just trying to figure our way out in life, right? And that equalizes the playing field in some way. So then from that starting point, I think, well, what's something that I feel confident in executing, but I'm maybe not an expert, and that's okay. I'm just more knowledgeable than some other people. How can I share that while still growing that knowledge? And I don't know. I like that space, but occasionally I'm like, I would like to be an expert about something. So maybe that's it. I want to be an expert about one thing.
You don't know what it is?
I don't feel like I do, and I don't know if I don't think it's a confidence thing, as far as like, oh, I don't know. I don't think it's that. I think it's just
that'd be a funny character for you.
I'm just an expert at everything, but doesn't even know. Accidental expert.
Be like this.
Well, I mean, listen, there's the absent-minded professor, so why can't there be the the expert that doesn't think they're an expert with anything? Yeah, I think it's less about a physical thing, although I would like to have in the next year, a photography zine magazine. Yeah, I have to say the whole thing.
What is that if people don't know? Because it's not a magazine.
It's almost like, because a magazine feels like you got to get like subscriptions and like constant publications. Zine is more of like, here's what I'm up to. Here's a topic that I'm interested in. And here's a format within a very small. It's much shorter than a magazine, obviously. Even the word suggests that. But in this case, it'd be a photography one. And really, it's just because I used to upload all my photos from a year into Flickr. Okay. Even my iPhone, like iPhoneography, you know? Yeah. And I thought to myself, I was like, I want to see these physical manifestation. I think that's what it is. So actually, if you want to hold it up, I printed a bunch of photos that I took of Dav. For those of you who are listening, not watching, there are some 4x6 prints. If you remember what that was like back in the day, receiving prints, there's something when you can feel it, like tangible, right? Like it's.
You got these from Amazon?
I got those from Amazon, yeah.
That's crazy.
But I would like a zine, and I would like to send them out to people I think that would appreciate it, so that they can, don't know, just have a part of what is art, right? Art is like recreating an essence of yourself to some degree. And I'm like, this is what I see in my daily life or like throughout the week. And I think I just want to share that.
All right. I think a bunch of people on your Patreon could be in that. There could be a package that'd be like you get a zine every, couple months or whatever. But before I go into anything, one, you said about the Rick Rubin book you've been reading. It's about like reaffirmations of stuff you already knew.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna reaffirm something.
Okay.
Tasi's made it. I don't know as much as y'all know about Tasi as I know about Tasi. He's living in the Bay Area in a nice place. We're shooting in it, paying his bills through art. In my goals, that you're where I want to be.
Oh, okay.
So fake it till you make it. You made it, friend. At least to me. Maybe you want to make it more. Of course, I think we all want to make it to this grand scale.
Yeah.
Mansions, speedboats with like Jay-Z, women everywhere.
Oh.
Of course. Just for aesthetically, not other reasons. Anyways. Sure. Yeah, bro.
Well, thank you.
I think you've already made it, bro.
Thank you.
I don't think you have to fake it anymore.
No. Well, all right. Thanks.
Yeah, that's at least in the space that you've already walked and like paid for other artists. I think you've made it. But
thanks, man.
That's just me.
I'll accept. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, unlike you, things that I want to do, I'm definitely more of like, why not? I want to do a whole bunch of things.
Yeah.
By the time this is out, I definitely have dropped my first piece of merch that haven't dropped in a while, but I definitely want to start a clothing line. I've been messing with.
I could 100% see that.
I love clothes.
Would you be out there vending?
Yeah,
because San Jose is like rich with amazing opportunities,
and it's really hard because I was talking to a couple people about that, and as much as you don't want to give something away that's yours, like I was thinking of doing the Active Poet brand, but like, what if it does get popular and Zoomies and like people want to pick it up? Then it's the thing of like,
PacSun.
Do I want to sell my name?
Is there a world where you can keep that and get? How does that work?
There is, but then most people who are like, I like what you're doing. I'd like, what if Santa Cruz was like, oh, I like what you're doing. I can scale this by 10, but we need all rights,
So you did buy out your
exactly. So this is where I'm thinking like I want to create something that like I still love, but and I hope to hold on to forever. But if somebody wants to buy it, I'm okay with parting with it.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm like.
That's an interesting place to be because you have to create something, and creating means you're like inherently attached.
Of course. So how do I build something that I want, but I'm okay with it growing and doing its thing?
It sounds like you gotta reach out to P. Diddy.
Oh yeah, me and him, we talk.
Okay, good.
Yeah. He was mad that I'm not doing as much as I should.
Well,
but
listen,
he's a go-getter.
That's what he gets for being ahead of his time.
Yeah, I'm not a bad boy enough. I guess.
But I think about that because he's had several name changes, but like his clothing line is his name, right?
Sean John, baby.
Sean John.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
But he sold it at one point.
And then he bought it back?
Yep. He recently bought it back. I think like a year or two ago.
Because his other stuff gave him enough money to buy it back? Or?
I think so. I think he sold it for a good amount of money because he blew it up to be what it is. Because like the point is, you have a clothing line. Like I would be wearing my stuff all the time. People would be like, oh, like think of Pharrell, Billionaire Boys Club. He's always repping his own stuff.
That's true.
You see Tyler, the Creator, rocking Golf. That's his like clothing line. So it's like you don't have to put your name on it. Like I think I would have my tour tees and stuff like that have Active Poet on it. But
right, because
like,
they want to support you as the artist.
But like, what is something that I want? And maybe I don't know when this is gonna drop. So maybe I can. Should I share the name that I've been messing with right now, or should I save it until it's dropped?
If you want to speak it into existence, why not?
2 names I've been messing with: either Old Soul or Been Here.
Oh.
So the idea of like,
how about the two
together? I mean, I think they could both, live interchangeably. Like been here before, kind of like talking about like reincarnation a little bit, but at the same time, like all these people who are in these spaces, like being an artist, and like people are like, oh yeah, this new person is like, I've been here. I
feel like the person who would buy that would be like Carlos.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they've been here.
Yeah, we've been here.
And I think in a lot of ways,
nothing new. Come on.
Yeah, I think in a lot of ways, a lot of artists kind of feel that way, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't always speak up for ourselves.
Yeah.
So it's like, I've been here for the last 10, 15 years. Yeah, I've been making things.
But also, I would love part of that to like, do you know how people do like those cool merch videos? I'd love to do it with like the older demographic and make them look super cool with like this clothing line. People be like, "Yo, is this is this stuff for like my grandpa?" Like I don't know. Like, I would love to do that.
Titos and titas. And
worldwide. And be like
looking fly.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. I see the aesthetic.
Like it'd be cool to like put on like all my like family and just like put them in like a
why not?
Yeah, why not?
They'd be game, right?
They'd be so game.
Okay.
But that's one thing I want to do. I
love that.
Told you also that I want to do children's books.
Just put the two together, man. What a package deal.
No, that's something different. Because I want to be like the Kevin
I also
Hart.
want to do children's books.
Do you really?
I do.
Why didn't you say that a second
ago?
ago?
Because it's not a space that occupies my mind all that much, and I'm afraid if it does, I'm going to be overwhelmed. But a friend of mine published during the pandemic.
A children's book?
Her and her sister, yeah.
What was it called? Let's put them on. Dang.
Last name's Abu Kaya, and I can't remember the name of the book, but it was like, it had something to do with like a little brown girl with like having to wear a mask and stuff.
Love it already.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up.
Brown girl with the mask. Y'all look it up.
Not now. Okay, keep talking.
All right. I want to do children's books because I've always loved Dr. Seuss books. I know there's some stuff about Dr. Seuss now that like people are talking about, but I think that space of like these simple stories and like fun, creative, like it feels like pure imagination, these spaces. And I think with the rap skills that I've cultivated throughout the years, I think I'd be able to be very competitive in that space. Go ahead.
Well, that's that Seussical magic working for you, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense that you're doing bars.
Yeah.
Green eggs and ham. That's
What
right.
is it? What's the name of it?
Love is more contagious.
All right, y'all hear what it is.
It's got 4.9 stars.
4.9 stars. You got to show them.
I want to make sure there's no address here. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
For those of you who are listening, not watching, I'm holding my phone up. Why is it not focusing?
It's okay because it's on your face. It's beautiful.
Oh, I think because I put on manual focus.
It's all good.
Anyway, yeah, Love is more contagious. I think it's like it's got some like anti-Asian hate overtones, but my friend, they're sisters. One wrote it, the other illustrated it, and the one that's the illustrator is the youngest sister or the youngest sibling of 3. She lives in Atlanta now.
Oh, nice.
But she designed. Anyway, she's doing big things. I'm like, dang, that's so cool. And I just remember them when they were like, in college trying to get their degree and that stuff. But they're just so incredibly like you cannot stop that creativity. You know what I mean? Like there's just some people that make stuff and you're like, what? Where did that come from?
Yeah,
that's amazing. I love that too. Anyway, children's book.
Yeah. Merch company. I want children's books. I also, what else do I want to do? There's like a bunch of odd skills I just want to get good at. Cooking is one.
Okay.
Like I come from family that like both sides of my family can cook really well. Mm-hmm. So I really want to get up my culinary schools. Mm-hmm. I also want to be a black belt at something. Okay. I don't know what. I always say kung fu, but I'm like, I feel like I got to go to like somewhere in Asia to learn like kung fu. I know there's some people who like come here, but like Wing Chun is I watched Ip Man when I was young and I like
do
that. But maybe it's like Muay Thai or some shit that I want to learn. I want to be a black belt in something.
Yeah. What are you drawn to? As far as like movement wise. But in that world.
Something animalistic, bro. Like when people like I don't know.
Jiu-jitsu. There's one right down the street.
But there's like this is gonna sound weird, but like the grappling aspect of fighting is not what I'm interested in.
Oh, interesting.
Like the holds and stuff. Like I don't really want to. I know it might happen. Like if you get into a fight, you might have to like roll around the ground with somebody. But I just don't like that. And when people's ears get all weird, like I'm sorry, like it's just not.
That's wrestling.
But like you in jiu-jitsu, you do roll around a lot. It's not as much as wrestling, but like jiu-jitsu people still get cauliflower ear.
The way I think about jiu-jitsu, it's like algebra.
Don't
the martial arts
world. Don't you dare crap on algebra. I love algebra.
No, I mean like the difficulty. Like you go from mathematics and then suddenly you're doing like trigonometry and you're like, okay, all right, shapes. And it's
geometry.
Oh, is it geometry and then trigonometry?
Yeah, trig is like the last one.
Oh, of that like geometries. Yeah. So anyway, you're in that space and then suddenly you're in algebra and you're like, huh?
I know. For me, I was like, I love this.
Interesting. Maybe you would like jiu-jitsu.
No,
because it's trying to outsmart your opponent, right?
Yeah.
And trying to make them commit to something that they then get punished for.
Yeah,
which it looks exhausting. I'll watch some of these guys go, and I'm just like, I'm already tired.
Yeah, Yeah.
I like that for you though, man. Black belt and something.
Yeah, I want to be black belt and something. I came up with this crazy thing that I was thinking, like, as you know, and for those who don't know, I didn't grow up with a father figure around, and I was like, what are some like principles I want to like instill with my kid one day? Because my partner wanted kids yesterday, so I'm always trying to like think of like, what would it be like to be a dad, and like what do I need?
Of course.
And I came up with these 3 P's, and I think that's really important. I think for the masculine energy, I think at least is like if you can provide for your partner. Okay. If you can protect your partner, and if you can have purpose. If you have those 3 P's like down, and I feel like I have the purpose.
Yeah.
I'm working on the providing aspect, making the money, but
and I feel like that ebbs and flows.
It does. Yeah. It does. But like, I feel like I've never really gotten that physical side of like, if like stuff broke down, like I could protect my family. And I was like,
I see.
I definitely would want to learn how to fight in that way.
Like defend your, yeah.
That's why I've always loved Karate Kid. It's like, learn how to fight so you don't have to fight.
Yes, correct.
It's that.
Because most trained fighters are always like, okay, if you get in a fight, run away first.
Exactly.
Like,
kick them in the nuts and run.
Avoid.
Yeah.
And really, if you have to.
You have to.
You have to. But otherwise,
run.
Get your butt out of there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Talking about like martial arts stuff, I think culturally I want to get back to the martial arts we do, which is like the stick combat / the knife.
Yeah.
And it's so
You stab people.
Yeah, because then you get a lot of force. It always, I go in, what do you call that? Wormholes? No.
Sure.
Black holes of rabbit holes. Thank you.
Rabbit holes.
Jeez, I'm like searching for every other animal.
Yeah.
Koala holes.
Koala holes.
Of like knife combat stuff. And I'm like, man, I would have like 30 holes in me before I got like something on somebody, but it's just so primal, and it feels like almost a necessity to like learn some of those things for any given moment, right? Any reason. Something happens at the grocery store, your kid's there, whatever. Yeah. You're within proximity to take action.
Yeah.
God willing, nobody gets hurt, but like if you got to take someone out so that you could protect your child or your people you love, then just to be able to react that way.
I think it's also cool for like our industry too. So if like anybody wanted you to be in an action movie,
you can just like
jump in that as well, There's that.
Not to take stunt people's jobs, but
like I think stunt people appreciate when an actor can do enough where they don't have to like do so many camera stuff where it's like, all right, how do we shoot this? Right. It's like, he knows how to fall, or he can do like a couple of these punches.
Yeah, you give options. You give storytelling options, of course. Basically, right? Yeah.
And we were talking about being storytellers. And going off that, I think the other space I'd like to occupy, not to take away from any playwrights, but I definitely want to write some plays.
It makes sense. You're a writer when you write your bars sometimes, right? So,
and I think there's been like a cool merge of like theater and rap, and I definitely want eventually when I'm on these big touring stages to tell stories. I don't want to just like, hey, I'm just gonna rap and like we're gonna just do this. I want to bring in actors and like dancers and stuff and like weave a story where people be like, what? I want people to walk away, kind of like American Idiot. I know you saw that at City Lights. Did you not see it at City Lights? It's okay. All right.
I saw pictures.
American Idiot is a great way, a way of doing this. Hamilton obviously is great too, but I think American Idiot made it more concert-esque of like, here's the album by Green Day, but there's a story weaving through that with songs you love. And I was like, woven through it.
Like a jukebox.
Yeah. But like stuff like that. That's all I want to do, like a
hip-hop version of that? Or not
whatever.
Okay.
Whatever happens.
You're open.
But also plays. I love plays.
Yeah. I literally just 2 days ago signed up to New Play Exchange, which is a website, and you can subscribe to different tiers. I subscribe to the tier where I'm just a reader.
Oh, nice.
Because then I get to like look and sort through stuff because I want to direct.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Now it's coming out. Tasi wants to direct. Come on.
I would also like to write. I've had this idea since my early YouTube days with like musicians, and I'm just gonna share it because, like I said, ideas are
manifesting is important.
Yeah. And if someone wants to help me write it, that's fine too.
Let's go.
Of this idea of this acoustic musician in the Bay who, this is very like Filipino, I guess, is like trying to make it in that YouTube space or like a career of it. And a hurricane hits the Philippines. and he's torn between having to move there to like be a big help or like help out the family and stuff, or like commit to a career here. And I know there's like a lot of other circumstances that can happen. Like you can have a career in the music there, like no big deal. But there's this image that I've been having in my mind of, and it like takes place in 2 different time periods, right? So at the end of Act 1, there's the hurricane happens and he's having to deal with something like that. But the stage gets flooded, right? Okay, no theaters are going to do that right now. And then Act 2, the flood's still there, but it's in the past, and it's like he's playing his father, who has musical aspirations, who's in the Philippines, and it's flooding, and he wants to leave for America.
Damn, your eyes are getting watery. Speaking of this is.
But
deep.
That's kind of
tissue.
the connective tissue is that sense of like obligation to family, but also like I have to leave this place to make something happen for myself. Whereas like the son is, I have to stay in this place to make it happen for myself.
You should definitely do that one.
Yeah, it's been in my mind for so long, but it's been an image, not necessarily words. So
that's a great one.
Yeah.
Please.
But it's also one I'm willing to let go if I see it, right? Like I'm not going to be angry.
No, all the time. You know, I think, I don't know if Rick Rubin talks about it in the book. I haven't read it yet, but I know a lot of musicians, like high tier musicians, talk about how we're just vessels and we're like downloading these thoughts. And if you don't act on it, someone else is going to download it and take action on it.
I think the quote was, the idea doesn't belong to you. The idea picks you.
Yeah.
So if it picked you and you aren't ready, it's gonna pick somebody else. Yep. And I'm like, that blew my mind. I was like, we are just vessels, and the whole point of living a life in the arts is to become more sensitive vessels, so that you can look around at any given moment, be inspired, curious, whatever, to create something
and like take action today on it.
In any capacity, right?
Before,
we'll get into that book.
Yeah,
man.
before we like, I have no idea how long we've been talking, but before we get into it, let's talk about sharing our dreams. You can't share them with everybody.
No.
And I feel like you and I and y'all listening, we shared a lot of what we want to do. But is there anything that you could say about like who you share your stuff with, or like?
Oh, like how I decide who to share with?
Because sometimes, you know, we love family, but sometimes family doesn't get it, you know?
I find that I tend to share my dreams of like what I want to accomplish with who I think would be good collaborators.
Agreed.
So it's not even like pitching them an idea to collaborate. It's more that I'm trying to gauge how excited they might be. I'm excited, right? Obviously, so I share it.
Yeah.
But I don't think I share... trying to think of it, the last time I maybe shared a dream, I'm doing air quotes for you listening, not watching, with my family. Because then it feels like I have to over-explain. And we all know when you try to over-explain something, it's not as great. Or, you know, it's better to leave with a sense of mystery.
And then you end up being like, well, you had to be there.
Exactly. Exactly. And I find with family, mystery is more detrimental to that form of communication, right? Versus like just say it outright. Yeah. Which, you know, could also be detrimental depending on the family. But, you know, if I share something with you, you may not, I mean, it's not like, I'm not expecting you to shut it down, but I'm also not, it's that nice middle ground where I'm also not expecting you to be like, yo, let's get on that right now. Yeah. Because then that puts pressure on me too. Yeah. Where at the end of the day, I'm just like, hey, I trust you enough to hold on to this thing that I'm going to share with you, which is this thing I want to do. If it happens, great. I know you'll be there to celebrate. If it doesn't happen, you won't be there to judge me. Yeah. So I think that's...
I also want to think that you think I'm a person who is receiving enough for it, but also, now that I know that about you, if I see an opportunity where I can plug that in, like let's say I meet a dope Filipino playwright who happens to also play ukulele, I'm like, hey, I need to hook you up with Tasi. Yeah. He has this idea, and I think both you guys would mesh. Like, I'm open enough, and my network is expansive enough where I can be like,
I'm not greedy with my network.
Me neither. I'm just like, I always tell people, like, I'll tell people my ideas for stuff, and I'm like, if you make this happen, please, because I'd love that in the world. And for some reason, I'm just spread too thin to like put all my marbles in there. But I'd love that in the world. Like, I had this idea for an app, and I tell people this all the time. This might be $1 billion app. Please take it, because I don't have the technology. There should be an app called On Point. You could use the Tribe Called Quest song for the
On Point 5
all the time. You could use that for the app commercial, and all it is. It's a medium for all these social medias. From there, it's like Bluetooth. You turn it on and off, so nobody can find you unless you want them to. Mm-hmm. But you could just, by radius, see who's around and what they do. So it'd be like Tasi Alabastro, and he would have like gamer, actor, whatever. So if you're in a coffee shop and you're like, I wonder who's around me.
Oh, yeah.
You can do that. And if Tasi's On Point is on, you'd be like, oh, snap, you're an actor? Hey, you can.
If I'm on point.
If you're on point. Like, that's what I'm saying.
It sells itself. You're on point.
You know, and then that could ease somebody into a conversation that they want to have. And this is going to sound messed up, but at networking events, sometimes you're talking to somebody that you're like, man, me and this person.
All right, so what you're saying is we got to make this happen, because I just got excited about it.
It's a good, dude, I've had this idea for so long, but I just don't know how technology works. Ideally, I'd be like, I could point to somebody and it would show me what you do.
Yeah.
And then if I like you, if I don't want to talk to you, but I just see you pass by, I'm going to click you. And it's going to go to all your social medias, and I can just follow you right then and there.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
But if somebody makes it happen, please, it'll make my life easier. Yeah. You know something also that just made me think of?
Yeah.
I'm also happy playing small parts in other people's visions, you know, like facilitating. I have a friend who started a production company, Javi, you know Javier.
Yeah.
And his company is called Bless Stress. And I was like, bro, any way I can help, like, give me some equity, and like I'll help facilitate any dreams. I'll write, I'll act in it. Like, I would love to create something like Adam Sandler has. Madison, where just me and my friends just
making stuff. Yeah.
You know, I'd love that.
Yeah, I love that story. For those of you who don't know, a lot of Adam Sandler's collaborators, they all live in the same neighborhood. Their kids are growing up together.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they live in like a what's that?
Like a gated community?
No, well, it could be, but what's the title of
Tiny Home?
No, Tiny Home. I'm gonna go back to hip hop. What's the title of Childish Gambino's album? Cul-de-sac. They live in a cul-de-sac.
Oh, nice.
I couldn't think of the word, but
I got you.
I knew exactly what. Yeah. Apparently they live in a cul-de-sac. I don't know how accurate that still is, but
that's been my dream. I want to buy a block and just fill it with friends and family, bro. I want to buy the block.
And one house is a studio. Like,
yeah. Like one house is just a content house.
And you just go and check it. Yeah. Wow, that was an amazing block.
Yeah.
Imagine the parties there.
Sheesh. Yeah. But it would be like the open door policy, where it's like anybody can come over for dinner at any given time, and like we don't close the door, or we don't need to lock it in our area, because like, you know,
you already trust.
Yeah.
Speaking of future stuff, it's interesting that like this podcast, Art Time Job, was something that was in the air. You know, we talked about it in the past, but it was something that we spoke into existence like 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe a year and a half ago, but like we didn't actually sit down and start it. And it's not that things didn't align. I just feel like, what do you think the factors were?
I think it's a lot to think about. Like, you know, it's in our age, like it's so cool that you can do anything.
Yeah.
But I think because everyone can do everything and you see good examples of it.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you get in your way and be like, oh, it's got to be perfect. Because me and you were like, where should we do it in the space?
You
like,
get in your own way.
About? Oh, how do we bring on guests? And then we finally were like, how do we keep it simple and start? Now it's like, we're just going to be our guests, each other's guests, co-host the whole time.
Yeah.
And then from there, with Tasi's genius knowledge of funding, we can try to find sponsors and funding after we have this first season. I have a little bit. Okay, I'm just saying. You're the man. And from there, you know, we talked about possibly doing a theater tour with like this podcast.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Doing like a just on the curb, just talking to random people about what they feel about art. You know, we're like, we have ideas for all this, but we want to keep it simple for the first time. And I think just breaking down how simple and like our core values for this and like our schedule, and then we made it happen.
Yeah. It didn't just kind of come together immediately, right? Yeah. Sometimes I've thought about in the podcast space what it would be to have a solo podcast. You know, in the times that you and I
too. Yeah.
And it's hard. It's hard to like imagine sitting here. I say that. I say this after having spent almost 10 years live streaming by myself.
But I feel like you're also like engaging with people.
I know this about myself. I'm conversationally, I'm very reactionary.
Yeah.
Because I like to listen. I tend to listen.
Makes you a good actor.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Acting is reacting.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Although I will admit I haven't acted in like a year.
He's about to. By the time you guys watch this, he's already been in something at ACT. Christmas Carol, right?
Yeah. The last gig I have, I was laughed. The last gig I had turning equity is now the first gig I have as an equity.
Hey. It is what it is.
Hey. I accept it. It's fine. I've come to, it doesn't discourage me, nor does it like excite me. Again, it's right in the middle. This is a fact.
Yeah.
Right? This is the given circumstance.
Yeah.
I got other stuff I got to do, so
it'd be like that.
Yeah.
To wrap this episode up, I'm gonna close one door that we opened in the beginning.
Sure.
So when I was younger,
yes.
So when I was younger, I wanted to be an astronaut.
Oh, is that right?
I wanted to go to space.
Okay.
Sure.
Who were your? Did you look up to someone specifically?
Nope. I just thought space was cool.
It still is. Yeah.
It still is. And I just want to know more about the unknown. Like that. Just I've always wanted to be an adventurer in that way.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was tied to I wanted to be a Power Ranger until my mom had to break the news to me that that's not a real job, and I was like, "What do you mean? They fight people in space all the time."
I could see you being a Power Ranger now.
Thank you. I'd be a Power Ranger now. I'd hopefully be more of a Marvel superhero, but like I'll be a Power Ranger. You know?
Sure.
And then I found out all the people in Power Rangers were actors, and then I was like, oh. And then I just kept on watching more shows like All That and like Fresh Prince, and I was like, oh, Jim Carrey, all these people who like made
In Living Color.
In Living Color. That was later, unfortunately, I found out about In Living Color and Marlon and these other shows, but like All That and Kenan and Kel and Fresh Prince were the ones that were like, oh yeah. And Jim Carrey always cracked me up, so I was like, these people like have fun. I want to have fun, and now I feel like I'm at the point where I just want to make a whole bunch of money and like do a lot of things so I can have more time to play.
Yeah.
That's it. I just want to stay in a position of play all the time.
I love that. Maybe that's why I have changed my stance on a lot of things, because I love relaxing and playing.
Yeah, bro.
And not thinking about a deadline. Although deadlines are motivating.
Yeah, they are. But it's also cool with the team. Like, you know how you and I were talking about like, we have to do X amount of episodes and like let's edit this, and like hopefully once everything's done, then we'll have a deadline of when to drop it.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Well, this has been fascinating. So astronaut and then Power Ranger. Is there another?
Then I was like, oh, Power Ranger's an actor. I can be an actor. Then I can be a Power Ranger.
Oh,
and then
interesting.
I could also be an astronaut, and I could be anything I want if I'm an actor.
All right. So basically, right now, you and I have to keep check on when we end up becoming any of these characters.
Yeah.
In our journey.
Yeah.
Like one day I'll be a detective, perhaps, maybe SUV. Hello.
I mean, you and I might start a buddy cop movie, because I think you and I would be great in a buddy cop movie.
Whoa, Young Buds.
Yeah, and I feel like Max would probably direct it, because Max loves buddy cops as well.
Oh, and he loves Sherlock Holmes, like detective stuff. Wow. We should just
Jeffrey will write it. You know, we'll just put the team right there.
I mean, Max writes too. He writes fast.
This is true.
All right, we got to reach out to them. Anyways, sorry, we just had a moment there.
As we do. I'm Davied Morales. You can find me everywhere at Active Poet.
And my name is Tasi Alabastro. You can find me everywhere at Tasi Alabastro. And this has been Art Time Job.
Please follow at Art Time Job Podcast. That's what it is.
Yeah, on Instagram.
I hope you guys enjoy this. Please let us know in the comments what you're manifesting, what your future looks like, because we want to see it, and we want to see it now. We want to be like, we remember when you wrote that.
We want to support you.
This is true.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed the episode.